everybody, I am the Happy Cabbie. Several messages this week regarding threatening messages that one particular person by the name of Megan Lee Hart and some of her sock accounts have been sending to people. Now, one thing that they can say, well, we're just going to start flagging all of your videos. Well, the thing is, just make sure that there's nothing in your videos to be flagged. Watch your tags and descriptions and stuff like that. And as long as you're not violating the community guidelines and terms of service, they can hit the flag button all they want, and there's nothing that they can do to you.
Happy Cabbie, you are so ignorant. You have not a clue what you are talking about. I've got messages from a message from a guy formerly known as Wireless Feet, where he claimed he sat on a channel of mine and flagged the videos, or flagged the shit out of my videos, and had the channel shut down. And it was shut down for flagging. Well, nothing wrong with the videos, because the YouTube staff are liars, Happy Cabbie. They don't run an algorithm on videos. They don't do anything. They just automatically remove videos that are flagged depending on who is being flagged and who the flagger is. That's a fact. I have the message from the YouTuber formerly known as Wireless Feet, and I have the activities of the YouTube staff. Now let's see, how can I do this? I'll put this video in here. This is a hate speech video starting now. The hate speech video has just ended. What hate speech did you see in that video? It was in there in its entirety. It has been removed from YouTube for hate speech. I suppose we can speculate about who the person is who nominated it for a flag, but I can tell you that if you want to have someone removed from YouTube, go to Peace and Party and tell him any sob story, and he will arrange for people to go to your intended victim's channel and wipe it out. And then the YouTube staff will put on some stupid notification when you type on the channel name about why it was wiped out. And it will have absolutely nothing to do with you, nothing to do with your friend, nothing to do with the content of the video, nothing to do with anything except the fact that the YouTube staff are liars. I had another video wiped out called "We do not expect the respect afforded nuns, the elderly and brain surgeons." Now that line on the community guidelines. The first time I uploaded that video, it was DMCA'd by Gavin Coleman, Peace and Party. And then the YouTube staff refused to accept the counter notification on it. Refused to. And eventually I shut that channel down, because what's the point of having a channel with red flags on it that can't be appealed? And they can't be, because the YouTube staff will not let them be appealed, because they refuse to work. And the problem is serious. I have a proposal for them. An independent video ombudsman, especially for supposed hate speech. They are clearly not watching videos. It's obviously not watching videos. And one way to get an independent video ombudsman will be to take YouTube to court. I mean, they might want to say that they can remove videos anytime they like, for any reason they like, and not say so. Well, they might. There's probably a rule there that says that. But when they wipe out a channel that has no offensive videos on it, because it has been false flagged by thugs like Peace and Party, the YouTuber formerly known as Wireless Feet, and the YouTube staff combined, then they can't, in that event, put on, when you click on the channel name, any reason for the channel being shut down. And it's always an offensive reason, and none of them are true. The YouTube staff do not abide by their own rules. They couldn't give a shit about the rules, and the community guidelines mean absolutely nothing. It is not an offence to say, I hate Peace and Party, or I hate Gavin Coleman. That is not hate speech, because Peace and Party or Gavin Coleman is not representative of a group, and I didn't attack him because of anything to do with the protected status of anything about him. As far as I know, he doesn't have any protected status. Certainly doesn't say so in the community guidelines, no. You must not criticise Gavin Coleman, Peace and Party, because he is a protected group. He isn't. But he thinks he is. He's fucked in the head. And the YouTube staff are equally fucked in the head. They refuse to apply their rules. And you, Happy Cabby, are the most ignorant partner that I've ever had the pleasure of saying, thanks for leaving. A clever fellow. Oh, you know that guy, the guy who was attacking me all over YouTube, and I was reporting his comments as harassment. He closed his account down. He used to favourite your videos, your anti-DMCA videos. He would say that was really good, and then he would come and DMCA my videos because he's a hypocrite and a liar. That's okay. DMCA my videos. Unfortunately, what's not okay is the YouTube staff refusing to accept counter notifications. And that's what they were doing. Recently, they even started refusing to accept DMCA notifications from me. I was forced to do that because Peace and Party, Gavin Coleman, DMCA'd my videos, where I quote him. And at the same time, he had another channel with 2 of my videos that he uploaded in their entirety as I made them up to that channel. So obviously I had to retaliate, didn't I? And initially the YouTube staff refused to accept my DMCA notifications because the YouTube staff do not abide by the laws they claim they have to abide by. Happy Cabby. Yes, the YouTube staff are a breed unto themselves. The laws mean nothing, the rules mean nothing, and the community guidelines mean nothing. And that hate video, that's an interesting hate video, isn't it? There is no sound in it, and there's no information on it either. Oh, that has a picture, doesn't it, in it? Of your mate, Komodo Dragoon, the guy who was harassing me on YouTube. Part was a comment made by Nicky the Bigot about me, which part was a DMCA claim, which part was a statement, like, were you born an arsehole, that sort of thing. The circling the friend invitation from Peace and Party that I don't want, and circling the description of how Nicky Charlie on Phone, a person who lives in exactly the same town that Nicky Charlie on Phone lives in, who was arrested in 1994 for burglary and larceny in the company of a 13-year-old boy. Now, that's interesting. Okay, so that's all it did. So it's just that image with circles on it and explanation as I went through it, because the other one wasn't. And then I had the video that was flagged for hate speech, and that was what you're looking at, the background image. The background image is still there. The background image can't be hate speech because, like I've said, saying if someone sends you a friend invite and you don't like that person, you've told them over and over again, you're just not interested in having any friendship with that person, and you say, you're born an arsehole, what do you keep sending me hate that send the stuff for? Yeah, so he does anyway, so that's what he's about. That video's gone. That's somehow or other that breaches the terms of whatever. How about it breaches the argument? They lost. YouTube was forced to allow me to access that channel and the email address associated with it. And they didn't like losing, so they flagged any old video that they wanted to. But yeah, you don't have a clue what you're talking about. If people if this Megan person and that other person have the intention of shutting a channel down, they'll shut it down. And the YouTube staff will do everything they can to assist in the shutting down of the channel, because they do not abide by the rules. They don't give a shit about the rules. They might give a shit if they're sued. If YouTube is sued at Dispute Tribunal in New Zealand, that might make them abide by the rules. But the only way to get videos properly checked is to have someone who is not a YouTube employee doing it, because the YouTube employees are not trustworthy. Good day.